let's go to vodka. James, you want to explain how that vodka column works?
I sure can. If Taylor, if you think you can pull it up again, might help. But so that go back and look at the still. That other R coming off the top of the pot is the feed into our column. Now it's certainly one of, if not the tallest vodka column in the state of New Hampshire.
That's what we've been told.
That's what we've been told, and I mean it will remain true until it is. So you can see, yeah, that's fine. That's it. Yeah, so it's a 16 plate column with that stainless steel cap on the top. It's called the phlegmator. It's a partial condenser. So it has cooling water going through it. Our low lines will be in the pot. We'll heat it up. The vapor will come up through the column. And each of those windows is sort of, you can think of it as a successively stronger distillation, you know, a higher and higher ABV of ethanol as you go up the column. So what we actually take off the top is very close to pure ethanol. Now we do a head, a heart, and a tail cut on all of our spirit runs. We actually collect 4 shots first, about 4 liters of some pretty nasty stuff, things you would never want to drink. But then we get into our heads, which we collect and recycle into our next runs. And then we're in the hearts, which is the good stuff. That's and regardless if you're making whiskey or vodka, you'll run that until the proof will be going down. It's a closed system with a finite amount of alcohol in it. So as you start pushing ethanol through the still, the proof is going to decrease, and eventually you'll get to the point where you need to cut the tails. The flavor will start to go off, and you'll start collecting heavier molecules, things you don't really want in the finished product. So it's still good alcohol in there, so we collect it and redistill it just for efficiency's sake. But yeah, our vodka will, like I say, come out around 190 proof. We'll proof it down a little bit and put it through an activated charcoal filter, which is really all we do to our vodka. We don't put any additives. The TTB allows 2% of any nondescript substance. I mean, normally it's things like glycerin and sugar, but we don't do any additives here. Just all wholesome goodness.
And I would just add that our water is, we love our local water. And we don't filter it when we proof down our spirits. We love the mineral content and the great flavors, and we hope you enjoy them as well.
Come to Conway, try the water, you won't be disappointed. So,
how about a vodka cocktail?
Yeah, Tracy, can you whip up a couple of vodka cocktails?
Sure. So we love our vodka. We think it's really smooth and very tasty. So we love it in a martini. So it's just a simple martini. We use 3 ounces of our vodka. It is, how much is this vermouth? An ounce of dried vermouth. Happy with that thing.
So right now, your vodka is actually on sale in about 18 of our stores. It's on sale for $23.99, and I'll actually post the product number in the comments so everyone can take a look.
You should have a chilled martini glass. Hopefully you guys do. And then we just add, well, we're adding some blue cheese stuffed olives to our martini today. So that is our martini. And then we have another vodka cocktail. This one we call Another Pretty Face on our website. So you start by muddling a sprig of rosemary, a couple slices of grapefruit, a couple slices of cucumber, and some grapefruit juice. So 4 ounces of grapefruit juice. And then we're going to add some ice. this one, surely. We're gonna take. And then we need to pour it over some ice in a tall glass. We're going to top it off with some club soda. And I probably need a little vodka. Let's see, we need 1.5 ounces of our vodka. Oh, that is right here. And then you can garnish it with a little more rosemary and a little more of the grapefruit and cucumber.
It is as tasty as it is beautiful.
It's like a perfect pool lounging beverage.
Yes,
A fine summer drink.
very refreshing. And not overly sweet, just nice and crisp.
What is the proof on the vodka, as Tracy is curious?
All of our vodkas are 80 proof.
Awesome.
All right.
That's it for vodka.
That's it for vodka. Okay, so we did want to talk a little bit about the tasting room. There's 1,000 square feet inside, tables, there's stools at the bar. Tracy's put together a wonderful selection of mixers and bitters, and as well as branded merchandise and books. So it's kind of a really fun experience for those who enjoy their craft cocktails to kind of see some different things to work with, as well as to come and enjoy a tasting here. And as I mentioned, we have picnic tables for the summer, so we're really excited. We just got the permits for those, and it's a fun way to experience the valley as well. One of the things we really try to do in the tasting room is to be as experimental as possible and try different things. We have some favorites that will probably always be here, but we'll also just constantly change things. It's great to be able to try things and get feedback from customers right away. We had, we've got a Geneva offered currently. For those not familiar with this, it's a Dutch spirit. It is actually the historic precursor of gin, and for those that are gin fans, it's really fun to see where gin evolved from. Most people are more familiar with London Dry style of gin, or even an American style gin, and we make one of those. We're very proud of our American style gin. Juniper is the lead botanical, but it is not an overly piney gin. It actually has a pretty heavy dose of cardamom, which is kind of probably the signature botanical. So there's nearly a dozen different botanicals blended in there. And we're very pleased to announce that it recently won a silver medal at the New York International Spirits Award. They also named us the New Hampshire Gin Distillery of the Year. Which is really rewarding because I really like gin, and we spent a lot of time developing this recipe, and we hope everybody enjoys it. Tracy, do you have a gin cocktail for us?
Hi, yes, I do. This one is called Room with a View. So again, we're going to start with the shaker. It's 1.5 ounces of gin over ice in the shaker, 1/2 ounce of lemon juice, 1/2 ounce of elderflower liqueur, 1/2 ounce of simple syrup, and then we shake that. And we pour it over ice. And then we add a little bit of fresh mint. And you can top it off with some club soda as well. And that is the Room with a View.
Another very tasty gin drink. And of course, our gin works very well with tonic water and local wedge of wine.
That is tried and proven,
Proven
Yes.
once or twice.
at least.
All right. Like I said, we do try to keep things fun and kind of experimental in the tasting room. We currently have 4 different infused vodkas on offer. Those will probably be the things that change the most because they don't take as much time to develop, and it's just really fun for me to work with. What's that?
You start putting them out.
Sure. Fun to work with different ingredients. We had an aquavit during winter, and we stocked out, but that will be back next winter or late fall, truly by popular demand. I've gotten some unsolicited feedback about letting that stock out, so it will be back. Currently, we have blueberry vodka, fig vodka, ginger vodka, and horseradish vodka. You can see there's the Bloody Mary, which is a great application for our horseradish vodka. All of our infused vodkas, consistent with really everything we do, very natural. We use real botanicals. We put them into essentially giant tea bags and steep them, sometimes for weeks. There's no imitation flavors. There's no concentrates. There's no preservatives. We don't back sweeten them. Some of them come out sweeter than others. Our fig vodka is our sweetest product, but that's just from the natural sugars extracted from the Turkish and Black Mission figs we use. And they can be used in a variety of ways. So what we've got so far, a Bloody Mary, we have a mule, which of course is a great application for the ginger vodka. Tracy, what else have you put before me?
Well, here's another horseradish one. This is actually something one of our customers came up with. She called it the salad martini. And it looks like a salad for
There's
sure.
a lot of blue cheese in that.
There's a lot of blue cheese in there right now. That is true. It has blue cheese. It has our horseradish vodka, an ounce of dried vermouth, some jalapeno slices, some green olives, and then the blue cheese and the lemon and lime wedges. This is a fig cocktail that we call the Lower Decks. It has our fig vodka, some pineapple juice, and some cinnamon simple syrup, and a little bit of bitters. That's really nice. This is a mule made with our ginger infused vodka. So just your standard mule. I like to spice it up a little bit and put some jalapenos in it and a little bit of bitters, spicy bitters. So we're just gonna add a little of that. We have the Bloody Mary, and then the last one we're gonna do, I'll let you do the honors here, Christopher, because you're the one that's so good at it. It's the blueberry lemonade.
Which is lemonade over ice with a generously poured amount of, that's exceed.
That's probably good.
Oh, all right, there you go.
I was
Very
gonna put
generous.
some blueberries on it too, but I'm not sure we can fit them now. A couple.
Got a heavy pour. I like it. I like it.
It layers very, very nicely. And you can enjoy it that way, or you can mix it up. That's up to you.
We've got some viewers that are willing to travel up to 2 hours to come try the cocktails that are on the table right now. So just hold off for 2 hours. They'll be there.
But I think that's all I had written out on as far as an agenda. Shannon, do we have any questions?
Yeah, give me 1 second. So we've kind of seen a kind of mirage or barrage of glasses used. Do you guys have a specific type of glassware that you use for, you know, your vodkas versus your bourbon or your whiskeys?
As far as the bottles,
No, just as far as like the actual glassware that you're using, like for, let's just say someone is just sipping it.
Yeah, so if you were to come in and try some of our spirits, we actually serve our spirits in a Glencairn because we are a tasting room, so we don't serve cocktails in the tasting room. We serve half-ounce pours of our spirits, and we find that this is a great way to enjoy the color and to nose the spirits. So that's what we use for tastings.
Awesome. Let's see. All right. So this one will probably be kind of tricky for each of you. But what is each of your favorite varieties at Cathedral Ledge?
Am I first?
You get to go first because you
Yeah,
do that.
putting you on the spot.
I tend to like whatever is the newest thing that we have released. So I'm gonna go with the fig infused vodka right now. It's our second batch of fig, but it's slightly different than our first one. It's a little darker in color. It has Black Mission figs in it, which we hadn't included in the first batch. And it's just a really nice touch of sweetness. I really enjoy that.
Yeah, I get this question a lot, and it's kind of like picking your favorite child. And we all know we have a favorite child, so I'm gonna pick gin. I like gin in general. I'm thrilled the way that this recipe converted. We did a lot of research beforehand, but when you scale up a recipe from tabletop to commercial size, it doesn't always translate well. And I'm really happy the way we were able to dial this one in. And I enjoy it usually, well, in the summertime with tonic and in the winter in a martini.
I mean, for the products we have now, gin is probably also my favorite. I really like the Jennifer too, though. That is a fantastic drink neat. But in truth, I am a whiskey man through and through. So I'm really looking forward to that rye whiskey that hopefully we're going to be releasing in July.
We're all excited for that.
Yes, very excited for that.
Awesome. Tracy's actually curious if you plan on doing cocktails in the tasting room anytime soon.
We are not. That would require a completely different set of licenses. And so we're going to focus on doing what we're doing for now.
Catered events, maybe. But
Yeah.
you need a catering license.
Yeah, there's a lot of licenses, and really there's a ton of things for us to do in the production side with flavor work, and so we're really going to focus on that. I will say that there's great restaurants throughout New Hampshire, but there's just a slew of them right here in the valley, many of which have been kind enough to start offering our products. And so there are definitely places you can go have a well-mixed cocktail around.
Or make them at home.
Or make them at home.
All right, let's see. Looks like someone on Facebook is, oh, so they're just further clarifying the inspiration behind the name, Cathedral Ledge.
Yes, so Cathedral Ledge is a rock formation. I won't ask you to get back to that picture, but yeah, it's just a very spectacular piece of granite. It's in the summer times it will be covered by mountain climbers. There's actually a road that goes to the top, and you can go up there, and there's a safety fence. So if you're not a mountain climber, you can go to the top and look from the safe side of the fence, enjoy a view up the Mount Washington Valley. We happen to have a view of it from our property here, looking across the Saco River. And so we thought that was an appropriate, well, there we go. Oh, there.
Pull it up for you here in a second.
Okay, I think, yeah,
There.
it is. Can everybody see this? So as you're looking at it, the rock formation on the right is Cathedral Ledge, and on the left, that's actually White Horse. Both are climbing meccas, I would say.
The prominent geological features of Washington Valley.
Correct, yeah. And there are hiking trails as well that kind of go up and over. So a lot of different fun ways to explore.
And how far are you guys from Loon Mountain? Someone's curious. Yeah.
About an hour away. A wonderful drive across the Kankamangas Highway. Maybe not quite an hour. Depends on the weather.
It's right around it.
Yeah.
It's a really pretty drive.
Yeah. Great moose watching.
All right. So what was the inspiration to creating Cathedral Ledge? Are you just passionate about spirits? Or you're just thinking it would be interesting, a fun change?
Yeah, it's definitely a passion for spirits. You know, my wife and I have long enjoyed good food and craft spirits and wine. There's also just kind of a personal life style or what you want to call it. But our youngest child just graduated from high school last year. It was one of those things where if we're going to do something different, it was time to do it. So this is completely different from our backgrounds. I certainly really like the opportunity to reconnect with our agrarian heritage. I love the fact that I interact with farmers every day. I grew up in a small farm town, and I think that's really important. So kind of all those things together seem like a great thing to do.
All right. So has there been any recent trends in the spirits industry that you'd be interested in kind of branching out into? Or any that you may not want to branch into at all?
We try to make things that focus on ingredients that could be produced locally. We were talking about our grains being, I'd say, regional, but not necessarily locally. And that's because there aren't enough certified organic growers of everything we need currently. But we're working on bringing our local inward. When you have, multiple values that you want to pursue, like being organic and being local, sometimes there's a tension there. Being certified organic is an extremely rigorous process. And so if you ever use non-organic ingredients, it's really hard to get recertified. So we're focused on being certified organic and staying that way and bringing in our supply source over time. So we're not going to plan to make a tequila because there's really nothing about agave that works in this climate. We certainly can grow all the grains we use here. And so that kind of steers us in terms of what we're going to leave to others and what we're going to do. As far as products, there's so many interesting flavors out there. I hate to say no to anything. So I think there'll be a lot of different things coming.
Maple, we have a maple liqueur coming. That's going to be soon.
We just got our TTB labels approved. We haven't gotten them back from the printer yet, so we can't offer them quite yet, but it won't be very long. You can look forward to hearing about that. People can certainly follow us on Facebook and Instagram. And once we have that available, we will be thrilled to announce it. Maple
is very fitting for New Hampshire. I'm sure everyone would love that.
Yeah, we were able to partner with Meridian Hills, a local producer. We're happy to work with them. Nice folks. We actually offer their maple syrup here in the tasting room, which, by the way, is a great way to make an old fashioned. A New Hampshire variant of an old fashioned.
Tried and proven.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what else. Oh, someone is curious if and or what products you offer that are gluten-free.
Okay, this is always a tricky one. And the FDA and the TTB have recently changed their labeling guidance on this. We do not claim to be gluten-free on any of our products. They do have corn in most of them and malted barley in all of them. Most people don't believe that the gluten can travel over the still and that the distillation process would eliminate it. But we don't make any serious claims about that because we're just not able to in the regulatory environment. If you produce something that's all corn, then you could, but we don't. I wouldn't say I've been gluten-free for 7 years, and none of our products bother me. So, but I don't have celiac disease, and that's a pretty serious ailment that people need to take seriously. So I don't want to give it bad guidance.
All right, let's see what else we have. So, looks like someone is curious about what your favorite part about owning the distillery is, and distilling, actually, James, in your case.
Sure. Really just seeing someone enjoy the product that you have worked very hard, made probably a lot of sacrifices and sweat to produce. To me, that's probably the most satisfying. having other people appreciate the work you do.
Yeah, I would say that's probably the best part. But there's also parts of the process that I really just enjoy. Walking in the morning and opening the door and smelling the off-gassing of the fermenters. It's just a wonderful smell. Mashing in, working with the grains, and it can be very peaceful. Just we weigh out. You saw James loading buckets into the mash tun. We weigh each bucket, try to be very consistent with our recipes. But it's laborious, but it's also just can be a very pleasant way to start your day, just to go through that routine.
Yeah, it's not a desk job. You have to be very active in this line of work, which is good. I mean, if that's what you're going for.
There is also a lot of paperwork, which is clearly the least fun part of it.
Being organic, it adds more paperwork to an already paperwork rich job.
Yeah, the USDA process is very rigorous. We've been audited twice already in our 6 months. It's a lengthy application, but I think it's worth it. If it wasn't a rigorous program, it wouldn't mean anything. So, and I think it's the best for the farmers, it's best for the environment, it's best for the consumers. So we're willing to do that extra work to offer organic spirits to people. Not everybody cares if it's organic or not, and that's okay. But I think folks deserve to have the choice. And I would also say that it really just steers you to using the very best products available. People do not bother to certify grains that aren't of the highest quality, unless they have a premium product. And the care that's taken for the organic products, everything we make is traceable, has to be traceable back to the farm it came from for 5 years. So it's very much a detail-oriented supply chain. One of the biggest challenges we've had with our conversions from going from our desktop or tabletop recipes to commercial is that the organic ingredients we're working with are so fresh that sometimes the botanicals are more powerful than the things we might have worked with from our local grocery store when we were working up the recipe. So we have had to rebalance that because of that intense freshness. Aside the question.
All right, let me see if there's any other questions. Oh, so is there any intention, I know that you mentioned earlier about having a few local restaurants that do carry Cathedral Edge products, but is that your ultimate goal, is to get more bottles in more restaurants, or are you more just focused on getting people in the distillery?
I would say all of them. So we're really focused on New Hampshire. We're not licensed in any other state. We don't have any plans to be, at least for the foreseeable future. The New Hampshire State Liquor Commission has been a great partner. We've been talking to folks there for years, literally, as we're just learning about the process, what was and wasn't feasible. They've been very encouraging. We're thrilled that we have our vodka and new make whiskey in 17 of the stores. And which I should mention, there is the Keep It Local sale that runs through the 27th of June. I know there's a buying discount if you buy 3. And it doesn't have to be all our stuff. I think any 3 New Hampshire made products qualify for that discount. We've added an additional discount on our products, $2 off each bottle during that sale, so that people who want to experiment can do so. So the liquor stores are really important to us. We love getting out to the local restaurants. That takes a lot of time. And of course, we all know the local restaurant industry has been on its heels last year. It's been tough. Some of them have been slow to want to reprint menus and do stuff, but we've had some great conversations. A bunch of folks have taken on our products. It's really fun to see what the different bartenders can come up with. It's fun to see what the chefs can come up with for pairings. So we like that channel as well. And we love it when people come to the tasting room. It's, this stuff has been rattling around in our heads for 4 years. So it's great to be able to talk to consumers, get their feedback, show them our facility and our equipment. And we like all 3 channels.
Awesome. All right, so I'm just realizing that we haven't asked our trivia question for the tasting flight and the t-shirt. So this is a tricky one. For those of you that pre-registered for us, get your typing fingers ready. So the question tonight is, what grain contributes the most to the enzymes needed for the conversion process? So James covered this in the beginning a bit, as he was walking us through all of those fun machines. And let's see, we've got, all right, looks like Bill got it. It was the malted barley. So Bill, I will reach out to you, get your information, and we'll make sure that you get your tasting flight and the t-shirt. So it's awesome. Get you up to the distillery. So it looks like we've wrapped up everyone's questions. Thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. This has been so awesome. Again, I've learned so much, and I'm actually very excited. I haven't been to North Conway in a bit, so I want to plan to come up there and do a tasting myself. So thank you guys so much again. Everyone that's joining us tonight, if you are having a good time and you're looking for another night's worth of events, we've got quite a few coming up very soon. So take a look at our Eventbrite page, as well as our Facebook page, to keep yourself updated on any that may be coming your way that you might be interested in joining us for. So again, thank you, Chris, Tracy, James. Again, this has been so much fun. I want to thank you all and wish you the best of luck, and hope to see you all very soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.